Hey guys, AirTS here, Air for short. I'm going to discuss the runes for the water Horus. Now, keep in mind that these are just suggestions and you don't need to follow them if you don't want to, but also feel free to leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below if I don't suggest something that you think might work for water Horus. So as you can see, he's a support type monster, and when he's awakened, he gets the resistance of an ally monster in the arena by 40%. So it sounds like they're gearing him towards arena. Resistance 40% is actually quite high. And his skills are Overpower, deals damage to an enemy and with a 50% chance decreases its attack bar by 30%. 50% is pretty good for a first skill, and looks like you can go up to another 20, 30, 30% on top of that. So you're looking at an 80% chance of reducing the attack bar by 30%, which is pretty good. 80% is pretty high. Then Desert Wind attacks all enemies with winds of sand, decreasing 30% of their attack bar, and also their attack speed for 2 turns with a 50% chance. The damage of the skill increases accordingly to your attack speed. So attack speed means more damage, and he has a 50% chance to either decrease the attack bar and attack speed. So that's not bad. And then you can increase that 50% to a 60-70% chance, and it attacks all monsters. So that's pretty good. So far, he's just meant to basically slow everybody down. And then we've got Shout of Fury. Increases the attack power and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns, and makes the designated target invincible for 1 turn. So you basically pick one ally to apply the invincibility effect, and then the crit rate and attack power buff applies to every single team member, including himself and the person you designated that invincibility. So that's really good. That's really great, especially if you have, what's her face, Katarina, right here, Katarina, because she has the ability to ignore defense if she has invincibility. And then, seeing as she's an attack type monster, you're going to want that attack and crit rate buff. So, rune-wise, he does have a skill that scales on his speed, so swift runes are an obvious choice. Everything he does basically lowers attack bars as well as lowers speed. So focus runes is an obvious choice, and I believe that's what I did with him. Oh. There he is. Yeah. Oh, I went Swift Blade, actually. I guess I didn't care about the attack bar reduction. I actually basically want to use him for his 3rd skill, which is, the faster he is, the better, because you want him to go at the beginning of an arena battle. Now, Swift Focus or Swift Blade is what I did. I would do speed on slot 2, then what I ended up doing was crit damage on 4, and then attack percentage on 6, or you can make him tankier and go HP percent on 4 and HP percent on 6. And then you're looking for focus or accuracy substats and speed substats, as well as HP substats, or if you want what I did, crit damage, you want some crit rate substats. I basically ruined him for damage and speed. Now, another thing you can do with this guy, if you want him to use those skills quite often, is Violent Runes. Violent Focus or Violent Blade is really useful. Speed on 2, HP percent on 4, and HP percent on 6. I think it's probably better to rune him tanky and with high accuracy. I just went a different way with him because I have a lot of support monsters, so I wanted to try something different. So high accuracy and high HP and high speed is basically really good for this monster. Yeah, so you can go Violent or Swift. You can actually go Despair with him as well, because he does have a skill that attacks all enemies. So not only does it lower their attack speed, it also decreases their attack bar, but you can potentially stun, and that's exceptionally useful. So you can basically cripple quite a few teams with that skill. So Despair runes are really good. If you go Despair, you want him to be more of a tanky tactical monster. So speed on 2, HP percent on 4, and HP percent on 6 with accuracy substats and speed substats and HP substats. Now, if you want to use him in Arena, you could give him a set of Will runes, and that'll give him immunity at the top of a battle. And that way you can ensure that you get this skill off, or if you went Despair Will, then you can get this skill off and potentially stun some monsters. I wouldn't do Revenge runes because lowering an attack bar after a monster's immediately attacked you is useless, so I wouldn't recommend Revenge runes with him. You can do Nemesis if you want him to get more turns. It increases his attack bar as his HP drops from attacks. I'm trying to think. He's really good for Arena, really good for guild battles. You can use him in dungeons as well. The TOA as well. Yeah, so those are my suggestions with this monster. Either Swift, Violent, or Despair. Then Will runes for Arena purposes. Focus runes so that he can do all that debuffing. Nemesis so you can get more turns. Or did I say focus? Focus runes. Revenge. No. Will and Nemesis. Oh, and Blade for more damage, if you want to do what I did with him and aim for more damage and speed. Yep. So those are my suggestions for this monster. Leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below if I didn't suggest something that you think would work. Till next time, peace.